My hands are here. Yeah, I gotta show them some stuff. All right. Today I've been playing. Made a couple mock-up pieces to get all the templates, since I made real nice templates for everything. This is how it fits around the back fender. So I shrank that and plenished and hammered it, and got a real nice shape to it. And I took a gauge off of the fender in the other building. I've had this back and forth to the fender in the other building. This is the shape off of the back of the fender, so it wraps around that bottom edge. I've English wheeled this a good bit. I cleaned it and oiled it and just cleaned it off. It's a patina piece off the old 40 car that I just used to give me a mock-up piece instead of using a good piece of metal. And that's why I made this. It gave me the front and the back, how far I had to shrink it and stretch it, how far I had to pull this corner to get this sitting really nice. And now it sits right on the money. You got that sitting right on it. And that fits right around the bottom lip. And then the bottom lip, I'm not good with the camera. There you go. The bottom lip really sits flushing on that. And it might be in the shadow, but it gives you, that's on the steel flat table. And that gives you what the bottom lip will be. And I've had it over on the body of the car and how it tucks up and wraps around that back of that real fender real nice. And sits up against there with no gap around it. Now, tomorrow, what the intention is I'm gonna hem seam this top. Now I got another wheel I'm making to give me a 1/4 inch hem seam, but I have an 1/8 inch hem seam that I can use and do the mock-up one with this and get this rigidness all the way around it. And then I'll move on to the finals and I'll whip both of the other ones out. But this is, I'm real happy with it. The way that shape is and curves up around. All right. This is a mock-up piece that I've made so I can work on the strinking and all down here to get it to fit around the bottom of the fender. Now, right now, I want to strink in this. I'm probably going to wheel this, strink a little through here, and then wheel into here and try to pull that whole top half inward. That would take this part. This is fitting really nice across the bottom. I have a little bit of strinking to do right here and wheel this through here, and it should take that over. Top's fitting really nice, barely any pressure, not much holding it on. Like I said, I got to finish wheeling through here, but all this and walking this area, I still got to bring this in. So it's came out real well. This will give me a full idea before I make the final pieces. They're all laid out, but gives me a jump on making the good metal. So, all right, well, here's the fender cover. It's come out very well. It's been a good bit to do. It has a couple of intricate curves and different shapes to it that make it what it is. Matching it up down the side so it has the same shape and radius on this side as it does on the other, flowing through. So you see what I'm talking about, that you have a nice radius curve going through the whole thing to match. Otherwise it doesn't sit properly in this back corner. Right now it's just sitting a little low right here on this piece, but other than that, this is what I got to shrink some more. Bringing this area in, I've gotten all this to sit really nice and relaxed. It's just a magnet just barely puts it in place. So it's sitting pretty nice right at the moment. But it still has a little more strinking, and so I'm wheeling the do and roll it out real good. And it's coming out really well though.
Filming whenever you're ready.
Okay, so we're talking about the vacuum operated aerial. They don't call it an antenna back then, they called it aerial. So what we had found was the leathers that actually create a seal in the aerial, make it go up and down via vacuum. It's loose right now because we're putting it back in. And these are the two pieces that came out of it. The leather, it was worn and it was sticking, and somehow in the tube some gunk got in the tube and it was making it stick. And we took it all apart. We cut some new leathers.
Just because if it's worn down any?
and we installed those in it. I have a piece of one right here. I've done 3 different ones. This is the one. We got 2 like this that went in to replace these 2. And now we got a good seal. And so we're reinstalling that. And then we're working on the system for the vacuum, for the wipers and the antenna. They're linked. And they run to a actuator down on the motor. And that's going to be replaced. It's located on the passenger side. And it's lower on the engine block there. If you look down, you'll see fuel pump. Right beneath that fuel pump is the vacuum pump, and the vacuum pump's leaking. So would like to replace that or repair. So we got a new one coming, a new kit coming, and we're going to replace it and then reinstall it. And hopefully we'll have wipers and antenna.
We need to transition it more over here. But working it and walking it the right way, because we're not up in the air on a lift, we're kind of doing it together. You can't really get under it, but they're doing motor work on the front, so.
Oh, I'm in. I don't know where Blue is.
My husband is my uncle. He's also my cousin and my brother. He's my brother, cousin, and my dad.
Yeah, see, it changes up here, but it's way different up at the top, too. But, alright, sanded everything down with 600. Some places even got 400 to get rid of some of the scratches and notches that were in it. Going over it with 1,000 right now, and then 12, 15 too, and then I'll go back to polishing it. But it's really just hand sanding it at this point. I've gotten all the big scratches out, just taking all the wet sanded scratches out right now.